Hello everyone, welcome back to Fableheim and Age of Wonders 4. The Crystal Queen Glint continues her invasion for the greater good of the realm of the gods to unseal the magic that has withdrawn from Tyria. If you're enjoying the series thus far, feel free to the video. It does help out the channel. I'm glad that I was able to bring back the nostalgia and reminisce about days gone by. I do greatly enjoy Guild Wars. At least, the memory of it. Since the last time, which, sorry it was been so long, I don't want it to be a week in between episodes, but it just kind of panned out that way this time. I actually recovered my Guild Wars account and learned some very amusing things, but don't worry, the rants will happen later, because we need to get started on today's goal. I'm going to go grab this, the House of Hunger, which I believe is one of the new events. To own a seal, all we have to do is leave someone on it. Now, of course, independents are going to spawn to take this back, and our poor, measly Phantasm Warrior of a singular point of HP is not going to be able to defend it, but that's not important right now. You know? We did just get our third hero, Antorak the Keen-Eyed. Unfortunately, he is a nautical governor on a land map, so that was unfortunate, but he does have a really cool skirmisher weapon, so that's neat. That's very neat. So we can have him come this way. Where did the other... Wait. Am I blind? Yes, he's right here. I was like, where'd my other hero go? Right here. Do we want him to be... I guess we are just going to start building him a team, right? Skirmishers should stick together. Seems good to me. We have acquired our first mage lock, which is kind of like the crux of this culture. At least, I'm going to try and make it the crux of this culture. We have, of course, borrowed the technology of the Dwarven Brotherhood of the Dragon, who aren't here, but they're with us in spirit. We now have the guided projectile, which makes it so that we can ignore accuracy penalty from obscuration condition caused by units that are in the way in certain terrain for our mages, battle mages, supports, archers, and skirmishers. This is very important. I don't want to say this is mandatory for any range type build, but it is certainly most helpful. So speaking of this Imperium, it's time to grab the Hidden Fountain. Was it worth 36 Imperium to expand onto this? Maybe. But I should have gotten this last expansion anyway, so what does it matter? I also want this. Money is not in the great disposition, but we'll see what we can do. Both the Reavers and a Dragon Lord have quite a lot of upkeep to deal with, so together we're in danger. A rivalry between Melanju and Duena. So our diplomatic situation. Let's have a brief chat about that, shall we? Now that we have taken one of the seals, everyone else is a little upset about that. Nobody liked that. But we do have Melanju, who kind of likes us, and we have Grenth, who surprisingly likes us. But he is, of course, an isolationist, so he's not really going to get along with anyone. We don't even have Wizard Bonds it. What was 500 respectful, now it's 300. It's because he now feels threatened, okay. I don't know why he's threatened by me, though. He is over here. Yeah, he's way over here. I don't know why he's threatened. But so be it. We are still continuing to look for other characters. I'm going this way. No, I want to go this way. I'm going to have to take control of these little things. But we'll see. Balthazar is down here all by his lonesome in the corner. I'm sure he appreciates that. Or doesn't. For the house, we probably want to bring in another hero. And by probably, I mean we want to bring in another hero. Ideally, we bring in both of them, right? So, you. You come here. The guy with the spear is an elitist. Oh, I took out one too many. You come back. Uh-oh. You come back. Uh-oh. You come here and replace him. So he likes to fight with our ruler to begin with. You approach the House of Hunger built by the Archons long ago, and are greeted by chanting and a most foul odor Peeking inside, you witness the mass of a cult who have built half a dozen piles of bones and flesh. At their center, a butcher ogre feeds a gluttonous Kara rotting carcasses to empower it. The cultists chant about the coming of the world devourer, augured to consume the realm. Once the Kara is sufficiently fed, the cultist will unleash it. The order of the glutton will soon set the devouring Kara loose upon the world. Their mad schemes should be stopped. A risky battle. How do we do? We lose. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. Ability to consume the pile of bone scatter on the map. Consuming power gives it devoured power. And of course we have the blinding sands, which is actually super annoying from the event going on. Nice. Nice indeed. Is nice the word I'm looking for? No. Is it the situation at hand? Yes. Yes, it is. Now, thanks to being fleet-foot, we can actually move about, out and about. And hopefully with our summons, this will be not too big of a deal. Looks like the Karaz is going to go devouring. So, in a perfect world, I'll be allowed to begin the slaughtering. Do you have a cleanse? No. We do have True Strike, which is nice. Wish I had an AoE cleanse. But don't worry, we're going to be a rainbow, so rainbow gets all sorts of fun effects. No, you want the full bonk. Wait, I can move? No. I didn't think so. You're going to summon a Monarch here. What do we get? The Hunter. Okay. Does this immobilize? It's slowed. You know what that means. Well, this way I destroy the terrain, which might cause problems for you. How can you reach me? Wait. What is this? I'm just going to believe he can't actually reach me, and this is lying to me. A bold strategy, I'm aware. Alright, let's just get to smacking. Pop. Ah. One of the best sound effects in the game. Well, I mean... Yeet. Oh, he's marked. Should have done that first. Well. Can I get over here? No. But we can still do some YOLO shots, I guess. Graze. Cancel defense mode, though. Big shot. Graze. Thank you for that, I guess. Okay. This could be a little frisky. But we'll do our best. Okay, the Kara is being very cautious with this approach, which is fair enough. I still don't think it can get to me, despite what it's telling me. It's saying it can't reach me, but I don't believe it. Although, again, I don't really want to find out. Our skirmisher is doing skirmishing things. Oh, yeah, we have Immortals turned on, so we actually should be able to just bonk this and it'll go away. Nice. And that's how you turn this into a useful strategy. So I think I'm just going to have this guy go bonk the healer. See if we can draw this guy away. Not sure we'll have to, but you never know. I would like to heal. What are we at? We are missing quite a bit of HP. Let's heal it up. Now, I could go here and tail swipe into defense mode, which might not be a bad idea. It's very aggressive. It might not be a bad idea. Or we can just keep playing it safe. And do this. Yes. I could go here and try and slow the Kara. Alright. Good enough. Blind prevents retaliation, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Nice. So some mild ranting. Wow. He got absolutely demolished. Okay, ranting is on hold. What the fuck? Okay, we got slows. No immobilizes, unfortunately. If we had managed to immobilize there, that would mean that only good things would happen. It would mean that I could subdue something. Big shots. Need to be very careful here with you. Can you immobilize? Probably not. I think we want to reposition here. 11 damage isn't worth potentially dying. Just pull over here. By potentially dying, I mean running away. Get a good charge. And we'll see what we can do. I could cast the Mark of Invulnerability, which could be funny, but I don't think we need it. Uh-oh. Suddenly I understand how this was a crushing defeat. Guess we can go for this and see what happens. Wow. I'm pretty sure he can't be subdued. Because he's a mythical unit. Yeah. But it is nice to know that he is, not impervious. Cool. So now... Now all we have to do is just try and, like, drag him around, I think. Yeah. Oh, he was able to hit that. And I can go for another mobile game. Hello? Another one? Oh. Okay. Big ol' heals. You might be in defense mode. Clint, where are you? This should be a flank, I think. Marked, cancel defense mode. We can go here into our very own defense mode. How much damage you do? I like it. I respect it. Oh, right. With blind, he doesn't give a shite. Ah. So how does this work again? Invulnerable for 1 turn, okay. Immobilize? Nope. Wow, this whole blind thing is really annoying, isn't it? I bet this is possible without... If the blind wasn't here. I mean, it might still be possible. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hey! Wow. You have thwarted the scheme of the Order of the Glutton and slain the gorging Kara. While inspecting the House of Hunger, another Butcher Ogre jumps out from a hidden alcove, attempting to escape. With the last corruptor leaving the temple, the grace of the Archons that once ennobled the House of Hunger is restored, and you feel their arcane blessings surge through your body. Yet the House of Hunger is still befouled by filth and decay. How will you deal with the cult's mess? So this Imperium is a little bit more than we get per turn. This is 4 turns worth of gold presently. We could expand Oraculum. Oh, you know what? We'll expand Oraculum because then I can instantly... Yoink. Nice. This plays into research, right? That's good. It's just we currently have a recruiting governor here. Mr. Recruitment Guy. Well, good talk, everyone. That was horrifying. Did not bring joy. But we'll make it. The Reaver Manufactorum is also pretty good. Alright, Glint is level 8, which means she gets her transformation. Now, there are only 2 options here that make sense, in my mind. The first is Materium Transformation, because Crystal Queen, crystal stuff. However, Glint was kind of a primordial creature, depending on which lore you look. We're, of course, reserving Guild Wars 1 lore. So, in Guild Wars 1 lore, she was a Primal Dragon sent by the gods to guide Tyria. So I'm going to take this one. This one is new-ish. It was added in the Dragon rework. 15 hit points, 1 defense, 1 resistance, and natural regeneration. So we heal 10% of our max life as temporary hit points at the end of its turn in combat, though not more than the unit start with, and we heal 10 hit points at the start of your turn on the world map. This does give us some upgrades I really don't care about. But this is just sundering and bolstering evasion. Well, the bolstering evasion could be really good. She is a big old target. But I think we're just going to use these points to go down the tree. Death is funny. It's also kind of appropriate. She would take Grim Execution here. She wouldn't have a Berserker's Ridge. Undying Warrior as well, so when she dies, she comes back. Glint, in her boss fight, you never kill her. You, defeat her. And if she defeats you, she's like, be gone now. Or whatever. Balthazar has declared rivalry. Well, peace with the god of war is unlikely. Lissa is calming down, but Lissa is also, on my front door. So I think she is, in fact, going to be our first target. Rivalry between Melandru and Grenth. That's not ideal. I'm going to have to pick one of them to side with. I would like to buy my way into a defensive pact here. But we'll see. Selling items as a Dragon Lord always hurts a little bit on the inside. Where are my scouts? What are our scouts doing? Wow, you are expensive. The Stainless Court. Ooh, this could be good. I want this. So we're on the hunt. There are 3 characters we have yet to meet. And only 2 of them are evil. Well, lore evil. Who knows what the AI is doing? Actually, that's not really a clear way in. This one might just be auto-exploring. It's kind of doing its own thing. And you... kind of want you to come over here. You can also auto-explore. It's fine. You to you. So... my rant. Well, during this end turn phase, let's see if future favorite members to edit something in here. I logged into Guild Wars for the first time, the first game, in I don't know how long. And my monk is still wearing the elite Kurzik armor from factions. One of the 2 factions, Kurzik and Luxon. And the map had moved. The southern part of the factions map, Kantha, control of it can change between Kurzik and Luxon. And it was the most Kurzik map I had ever seen in my life. I didn't even know it could go that far. But finally, the relentless cosmic winds recede. The world is given a chance to restore life in the barren deserts. You only vaguely remember what your world used to look like before. Much of what was lush and verdant has been scourged by the dry tempest. There is but one solacing thought, that all your rivals have endured the same sandy ordeal. Will you advance the desolate realm's restoration, or have the sandstorms inspired you to develop new tricks? So we can expend mana to revert them. We can learn the Blinding Sands combat enchantment. That's really not great for me. Or, send your desert sands to claim treasure previously locked in the earth. Sure. Glint hangs out in the Crystal Desert, I don't think she'd really care. You know? The Forgotten did originally inhabit every corner of the world. Okay, so you had this, and... Did you have a spearman? Maybe you did. Do know. And you get a spearman. And these 2 units. Okay. Nice. So where is our next target? Our next target, I wanted to go down... We probably want to get rid of this, but I also want to take over Rapike. The violent way. Before Lissa gets her hands on it. So we'll head this way. We have a monk who can join you, I guess. Here, keep on kicking on. For now, we almost have a 3-stack ready to go. You'd love to see it. So Hoshi, if you put that on the screen there for you, but I couldn't believe I was still wearing Kurzik armor on my monk. Ah, good fun. Good fun. Probably should build the tower, right? Like, you kind of want to build this as soon as possible to get the Imperium income going. At least in my experience. We have 1, 2. We need another support unit. Okay. Bring out the Overseer. New power development skills available. We have a Siege Specialization, which will be helpful one day. And the Astral Inspiration. I want this for sure. I love knowledge. Rivalry between Lissa and Melandru. Okay. And I logged into Guild Wars 2 as well. I had to re-download it and everything, but I came across something weird. I remember, and I said in the comments, that I remember playing the game when it first came out. I was a Sylvari Necromancer. I didn't really like it. I got like closer to the end game at the time. And that was it. That was a lie. Aha! Wow, that's cheating. I actually have like full raiding gear on a druid, which is a ranger specialization. Sometime. It was before the first DLC, because I don't own the DLC, it's not on my account. So I must have come back sometime after release and gotten that. It's crazy the gear that I have. Future Fabe here. I don't want to detract from the fact that we're watching an Age of Wonders 4 video, but I cannot get over the fact that I have zero recollection of getting all of this stuff. I mean, it seems pretty good to me, but if anyone could explain what I'm looking at in the comments, I'd greatly appreciate it. But anyway, Doom has captured his first seal, so another contender for the seals is on the way. Now I know where he is. Doom. Well, I'll formally introduce Doom when it comes, but he is the god we saw the most. Good fun. Good fun. Well, he'll have to wait, though. He's getting more experience. I don't care. Elantra has withdrawn to the Astral Void. Wow. She's taking her temple next to her sanctum, and it didn't work out. I have crossed Dwayna. If you had told me that Dwayna was going to be the first person we fought, I wouldn't have believed you. I need to go to war with Lissa. Well, we'll see. I need money, first of all. First of all, I need money. Thank you for picking that up. Oh, hey, here's Balthazar. I should... There's a mod called Spawnskin does not make you small. Or Spawnkin. And, you know, I uninstalled it because we now have the ability to toggle it on and off. But I feel like I should put it back on just so the AI doesn't do it. Scouts report that a beast wrangler traded the wilderness for your domain and has set up camp northwest of Oraculum. We have not yet seen him with our own eyes, my Crystal Queen. You detect admiration in your scout's voice, but we have found his camp and the many creatures he keeps there. The Wrangler Ogre has a reputation for selling them as mounts to whoever has the coin for these prized beasts. You consider what additions would benefit your stable. The Beast Wrangler is ready to reside in your domain for 15 turns before moving on. Now, the Beast Wrangler is not important to us. What it is this. A new pawn appears before me. You look like a god here, but are you ready to face the like of me? It was very difficult to make Doom. Inevitable death. As the god of death, Doom was relentlessly zealous. Death was mortals' inescapable end, and he saw to it. The undead could not leave the underworld, and resurrection was not permitted. Any who broke his laws would be personally hunted down by the final judge. Millennium ago, Grenth usurped his position and shattered his tower, creating the scarred land of the Chaos Plains. But Doom could not be destroyed. Grenth opted to seal him within the Hall of Judgment. However, every death within the underworld restored fragments of his power. In time, Doom broke free, formed an alliance with the fallen gods Abaddon and Menzies, and reclaimed so much of the underworld that Grenth was forced to seek the aid of ascended mortals. Doom was once again defeated and resealed by Grenth's servants. But an intruder upon the realm of the gods has caused enough of a disturbance for Doom to wrestle free once more. How can you hope to vanquish death itself? Doom. Good old Doom. Now, unfortunately, Doom's most, iconic thing is his scythe. He has a glowing green scythe that matching. I'm sure I put pictures up. But there's no scythe weapon in the game. They're very impractical, actually, as weapons. And I thought that I would make him an Eldritch Sovereign just to be different, because he is the original god of death. He was overthrown by Grenth, who took his position, but he could not be killed, so he was sealed away. And then in the events of Guild Wars, I want to say Nightfall? Maybe not. We venture into the underworld and actually help out King Winter something, which is an elemental under Grenth's control, to seal him away. He leads the Judged. He was very much, as the description said, no nonsense. Death was death. No necromancers were allowed. No one could be resurrected. He was a stickler. And the Judged are human-sized goblins, because he led zombies and whatnot, that are strong with hideous stench. They are also dark, just like Grenth, the god of death, it makes sense, and ruthless raiders and scions of evil. El Clásico. Evil shenanigans. For the dark culture, this is just so strong. He himself is a deceptive spy. He likes empires that break treaties. He likes empires with weaker research. He dislikes empires that have many alliances, and he dislikes empires with a stronger military. His strategy is to be covert. He likes to gain vassals, and he likes to explore, and he likes to exploit. We used to see Doom every now and again when a character got banned. Like when an account got banned, he would appear on screens shouting, killing the player. It was so funny. It's like an extra little touch, you know? A little touch of love. Melandro has captured her first seal. Well done. Oh, you have tier 3 units already. Yoink. Get out of here. So that is Doom. He is one of our evil characters. There is one more that I'm sure we'll find eventually. I'm not sure where he's hanging out. Let's go to this workshop, shall we? It has threatened my outpost for long enough. This should be an easy auto, although we're pulling in an ironclad, so I'm been on. Good enough. Good enough for me. Ooh, the Obscuring Mantle could be really good for Glint. Of course, as a dragon, she's a big old target. Ha! Of course it could be good for Glint, but she can't wear it because she's a dragon. I think it's fine. Just keep it on inventory. Remember, every item we do not have equipped adds to the horde. The Great Horn. Alright, well, let's start making our way this way. Mental Mark is in. The next research. Ooh, Inner Mastery could be great. I don't really have too much healing. Trigger friendly unit gains a shield that has a base which has a stun. Everyone saves of warding. Our support skills are not very good right now. We'll take Inner Mastery. +1 status resistance is kind of good. Kind of great. There. Great. I mean, that says +10 research. I like that. Where am I expanding, actually? Why didn't I bonk this on my way out? So many questions. What do you got, bud? So this is the mount vendor. There are 3 special vendors. They're all trolls. And he sells 4 mounts that are random. They can be equipped on heroes. Now, of course, we don't particularly care about mounts now, and we especially won't care about them later. He also can sell... Wow. The Graceful Touch contract. This basically gives you a mount society trait. So all of your optional cavalry will now become cavalry, and they'll all get this mount. Which again, our long-term goal involves a transformation that cannot benefit from that, so... We have the haste barrier. Is that because we have a new friends? Instant war party? Okay, you do that. We do indeed have a new friend. Nice. He gave us a haste barrier, which is all well and fun. I think we're just going to let this play out. If you could kill this nest next to you, that'd be swell. But, okay. Cool. They never cast this. No. Lissa has withdrawn to the Astral Void. She's also dying. Well, I mean, Glutton's Fane was tough. That was tough. That was the thing we just did. I can't produce anything here. Be back, though. So yeah, if... There were a few comments about how Guild Wars 2 is still going on. I'm happy to hear it. People are still playing Guild Wars 1, by the way. It's crazy. Although most of the chat was just kind of like looking to trade stuff. This appears to be one of the invading armies, although it's really weak. Should Glintus go take this down? I think we'll send these 2 back and Glint forward. You guys can also go bunk that real quick. Glint can go head towards the dwarves. We lost a seal, but don't worry, we'll get it back in due time. At least I hope. Bathhouse. Probably a good idea. That place is recruiting like crazy, so we definitely want a bathhouse there. And this place is going to want to get up to tier 3 in a moment. You probably want to go this way and eventually absorb this. Do we have Mediterranean Society? Metropolitan. No, but we get it next turn, so... I think. That might eventually go over to Oracula. I might trade it over, because, Drafting Guild. This will give our Reaver culture feature to all non-Reaver units, which we have quite a few of now. Astral Binding. We are going to have... We're not going to have too many of these. It'll be fun. I've been denounced by Lissa. Okay. Keep doing that, please. If I had more money, I would declare rivalry. And there is the Great Dwarf. Allow me to introduce myself. I am the collective consciousness, the Great Dwarf, of the Linked Dwarves. Let us hope this realm is big enough for all of us. The Great Dwarf leads the Linked Dwarves. This is an amusing story. Every dwarf knows the epic myth of the Great Dwarf's battle against the Great Destroyer, in which he stole the Destroyer's name and sealed it within a tome. But none knew the truth about their god. It was not until King Yalis Ironhammer performed the rite of the Great Dwarf and linked the minds of the dwarven people that they realized the Great Dwarf was not like the 5 gods. Rather, he was the collective consciousness of all dwarves, past, present, and future. With the Great Destroyer felled and the Rubicon prophecy fulfilled, the dwarven people have joined the Great Dwarf in the Great Forge beyond the mist to aid in his battle of a new prophecy. So the dwarves, we meet them in the very first Guild Wars. I remember so vividly the run in Prophecies. We would go from ruined Ascalon to the mountains to get to the forge to make endgame gear. People would pay other people to run them there. People made builds dedicated to being able to run through it as fast as possible. Good times. And I believe in Eye of the North, the final expansion, the dwarves perform the Rite of the Great Dwarf, become all stone-like, and their minds become linked together. And then there are no dwarves in Guild Wars 2. So, I'm not sure what the canonical reason is actually that they are not there, but they're in the mist, that's why. The linked dwarves are our industrious culture representative. They are runesmiths, and they are relentless crusaders. They themselves have defensive tactics, they are tough, and they are hardy. I made this about as annoying as it could be. So, yeah. The dwarves battled against the destroyers. They were always, like, on the side. To be fair, all of the people we worked with in Guild Wars were good characters. We never worked with, like, somebody evil. But, their main enemy was the destroyers. We defeated the destroyers. Oh, good. He himself is an artisan merchant. It was really tough to figure out what to give him. But this makes sure he goes on, like, the Materium path or whatever, so that's fine. He likes empires that trade grievances. He likes empires that don't break treaties. He dislikes empires with the weaker military and dislikes empires that start war. He likes to trade. He drives hard bargains. He likes to expand and to exploit. The Great Dwarf is never, like, seen in person. There's no, like, images of him, so I just made it up. I gave him the orc body and just made him a typical dwarf. I did borrow some inspiration from King Yellus Ironhammer, but that is all but one character. One character remains. I wonder who it could be. I need a third city. I wonder who it could be. Where is the Great Dwarf? Oh, and also, yes, there are dwarves that do not have underground adaptation. If I were another character, where would it be? I don't think the underground was really a big thing in Guild Wars until the final expansion, the Eye of the North. And then it wasn't... The dwarves were in the underground, but it wasn't like the dwarven territory. It was home to the Asura, who play a bigger role in the second game. And the destroyers were there and everything, and... yeah. I just remember the big old forge city. I can't remember... I don't remember what the spec was to run there. It was like... Was it Warrior Ranger? I don't remember. Oh, hey, there's the Phantasm Warrior back. I think we'll take a step this way. Are we in Reinforcement Range? We are. Okay. That's good to know. In fact, we can bring you out too. Heal up. Not exploring. Nice. Okay. I have captured a seal. I have indeed. And we're beginning our waddle towards a ramp bike. Inner Mastery is in. I do want Designate Target. I'll take it. I'm not spending a whole lot of mana, which is nice, because I don't have a whole lot of mana coming in. I do want this. This is a pretty good building to have. Is it Conduit? I believe this counts as a farm. Yeah, this is an incredible place for it. Get that going, I guess. Virohan the Vicious, a fellow warrior. What were you doing? Did I say I was going to make this guy like the run it down mid character, or did I change my mind? Kind of went execute. Death is the inescapable end, after all. I think I want this on him. He got bonked a little too hard by the Kara, but the grace of Glint protected him. Do I want this? I think I do. This should stack with haste berries, right? And I'm going to want this. Now, I think what's going to happen with Rat Pike, Melandra's back, is I'm going to take Rat Pike and then release them in time. But for now, I'm going to take them to be our city, because there are 2 wonders next to them. Doom is insulting me. That's no big deal. To be honest, that's to be expected. If Doom doesn't insult you, are you really playing the game? I don't think so. Now the question is going to be, where is this final character? And truthfully, I haven't the faintest idea where. There aren't seals in the underground, right? I see something here. This is either Free City or a certain someone. I don't have Diggy Diggy. Do we want a Diggy Diggy? Ooh, right of the armor. Oh, we want Metropolitan for sure. Okay, we're heading in the right direction here. Oh, right, that's our Litherite friend. Who apparently, their units are entirely based on... What are your stats at Legendary? 125, 5, 4. That's actually really good. Brain. Their upkeep is mana. Is this a mount? Are you serious? Huh. What the actual fudge? Here you go. So we can grab a few of those. Give me this sheep node. And you leveled up. And to rock. What are we doing? Yes, you're a skirmisher. So we want like this. We want so much here, actually. We're going to do +1 per each tier. Ooh, that's pretty good. I like that one. I think I probably should have gone for the raw stance, but this will do. Hi, Glint. You're about to trespass. Yeah, because I'm about to go to war. Ah. That's a lot of units. Destiny target is in, and we can get our next tome. Now, I was looking through the tier 2 tomes, and team, I don't think there's a tier 2 tome that I'm really interested in getting. I mean, Tome of Winds, of course, Secret Arrows is phenomenal. Missing you can pick up later. Tome of Artificing has exceptional enchantments. But I think for this tier, we're going to embrace the gift of Grenth and go backwards to Tome of Cryomancy.
When all the world has turned to ice, I see a pure frostling paradise. Frost their limbs and make their bones brittle, entombed in icy blood. Summon the blizzard to freeze flesh and inspire fear that harkens back to a time when mortals huddled in caves, fearing the cold would claim them.
So I think the enchantments here are going to be the fastest way that we get some good power. Alyssa has returned. I have been denounced. Yeah. War has ended. Because this has been absorbed by Dwayna, but don't worry, that's going to be temporary. I must say, you may actually be worthy of my attention, Glint. Perhaps our empires may be able to coexist. Perhaps they are if you, let me get a wizard bond. Hey, you want to learn about your archenemy? Hey, this Dwayna lady, or excuse me, Lissa lady, she's being real aggressive. She's not respecting the isolationist way. This is becoming a problem. I really wanted to befriend Melandru. I think the only reason Grenth likes me is because Grenth is far away. I think that's the only reason. So here's the Great Forge. I think some of the lore revolving around the Great Dwarf was revealed in an interview, so like... An impossible battle. Yeah, this was dumb. But let's see if we can make something happen out of it. It was very foolish of me to go alone. So most of these are tier 1. That's the only saving grace. The problem is that the barbarian culture has some really spooky tier 1s. Like, they are a proper terrifying faction. Culture. They might be the strongest culture. When I did the GOAT playthrough and, you know, picked all the things that were the strongest at the time that I felt, it was no-brainer barbarian. It's like, no questions asked. And I mean, the GOAT did win, so I might have been right. He won. And make sure that the Overseers have a way in next to the dragon. Might not be a bad idea to try and, like, immobilize this section. Although they are all in defense mode. I got one. Okay. So the good news... Oh... Okay, it's poison. Actually, the good news is that... Thanks to Primal Dragon, we do a lot of healing. I could... There's some really stupid plays here. I see the line of ridiculousness. I'd really like to go in here and, like, tail swipe, because then I'd be on defense mode. What was this look like? We go here. Being in defense mode would be ideal, but you can't always do ideal. Fortunately. Okay. This is gonna be a little crazy. What was that damage? Okay, the good news is that they're not coming in from melee. Draconic Rage is active. Okay. No shot, you stunned me. Oh. Okay. Alrighty then. Yeah, this is so over. It's just too many bodies, you know? Wow. That's fun. But that's all it is. Because I've got nothing else. Nada. Zip. Zilch. Okay. GG. That was so bad, it's not even funny. So now... Do I actually die here? I don't know how... Yeah, okay. I might have been able to run. Probably not. So the way Immortals work is that if you win a battle, all of your units that died come back from the dead. But if you lost the battle, they're dead. So, they're dead. This is the longest cooldown in my life. Now, of course, that means that Glint is also dead. And Glint being dead means that my research stops, I can't cast spells, and we're kind of just SOL for like 3 turns, I think. If I had the Room of Recall, it'd be less, but we're not there just yet. This was certainly an something overconfidence is a slow insidious killer situation. Going down alone wasn't the problem. Declaring war while being alone was the problem. I wish this did a little more damage. Damn. Oh well. It's fine. Why did immortality trigger on that? If there's a silver lining, it's that Glint being dead means I don't have to pay upkeep on her existence. So that's nice. Because it's, oh, I'm tied up. It's 30 gold, but because it should be 50 now, right? Or 40? We should all be dead. Really? I was wrong about how Immortal works. They'll come back. Interesting. Huh. The Eternal Sages contact you from within their crystalline library in Shelbund. Greetings, Crystal Queen Glint, Lefangor hums. It has been some time since we last communed. Sure. The Eternal Sages reproach you with a quest. We have long kept records of a relic called the Delver's Pickaxe. At last, we have learned of its location in the fertile plains above Ratpike, is it in Manana's voice. We wish to study the Delver's Pickaxe and store it within our vast crystalline library. So that is a convenient position, isn't it? Alright. Well, I'm about to go kill the dwarves now. And we have to build up our army again. Look at that! Could this have been a blessing in disguise? Probably not, because we lost a lot of high-tier units. But you never know. Okay, we have an Overseer and a Mage Lock coming. We get a Monk here. Inner Mastery is ready to cast when I can cast it. Glint is forced into the void, indeed. Rivalry between Doom and Duena, that makes sense. Melandru has crossed you. Okay. Fair enough. It wouldn't hurt to build the prison cell. Whatever. Okay. Well, we're going to have 3 turns of being pretty chill. We're still looking for the 8th character. And that character has a long spiel alongside him, which will be amusing. At least I hope, anyway. There was someone who asked for my full rant. The full Guild Wars rant. And, it's a lot. You're approached by your hero, Antarok the Keen-Eye. It's too much. Just trust me. I loved Guild Wars. I respect Guild Wars 2. And I'm debating giving it a try again. But hold on. We need to change our heart. This expression betrays dejection and vexation. You've always been a glory seeker. I wish I could change your governor state, but whatever. Dominator is worse. Explorer. What is this? Oh, I'm an explorer. Honestly, I think this is doable. Because I plan on warring with Lissa soon, so it's very doable. I think the AI blew up the healer, and that's why it died. You have wrested the Delver's Pickaxe and the Righteous Judge. The Eternal Sage has already spied on your triumph, contacting you from afar. You have done well, Crystal Queen. The emissary speaks to you. At last, we can satiate our curiosity. Yep, have fun. We'll do that. Oh, yeah, we can expand. I need like I think we're gonna need a quarry. Oh, hey, how perfect. The realm is forever changing, so that's nice. Balthazar has captured his first seal. Doom is at 2. Uh-oh. Duena has captured her first seal. Yeah, conflict is about to start, I think. So I need to get this quickly. You're staying here. We need to get Glint back. I would like a stone. And yes, advanced logistics. We did it. Melandru has crossed you. Okay. I was insulted. Starting a war with Rat Pack will be your undoing. Can you insult... Wait, Mom, it's like kicking me when I'm down. War with Rat Pack is not something that can be taken lightly. Yeah. See, the Great Dwarf would say that. He'd be upset. I want to say there are no seals underground. They're all on the surface, which is important. And we're probably going to end up taking the seals from Lissa, most likely. I've explored most of the overworlds. I think he's in this little corner. Over here. Maybe. I don't know. I think this is either a free city or... I swear to all that's unholy. If you start next to a silver wonder. Why is it the AI that always spawns next to the landmarks and not me? I don't get a landmark. Welcome back, Clint. The hour of your revenge is nigh. We shall take these dwarves and make them understand what it means to oppose us. I suppose I can put you in here. I'm going to stay here to heal up. Oraculum has built a bathhouse. It can expand. We want that for more growth. Glint's original army is back. Healing up. What do we got? Shadow Binding. Okay. Oraculum. Get some production mana. That's fine. Production mana is good. And we can cast Inner Mastery now that we have returned. +1 at Sadish Resistance, exceptional, and increased healing, which is also pretty good in combat, of course. There he is. The source of the great rant. A new pawn appears before me. You look like a god here. But are you ready to face the likes of me? Everyone say hello to the first god, Blint, the Under-Arachnia. In the deepest and darkest corner of the mists lies an ancient god that predates the 5 gods, the elder dragons, and even Tyria itself. Once a guardian of Zoteka, millennia of exile has driven Blint the Under-Arachnia to madness. The deep Zotekans crawl forth from the spider's heart with an insatiable hunger, gifted from the ravenous void of their guardian deity, who seeks to return from the boundaries of proto-reality and devour the ones that once denied him. So this is a little bit of a meta design here, but Eyes of the North was not always Eyes of the North. The 4th expansion to Guild Wars, and the 4th and final one, was originally Utopia. And Utopia was based kind of like on Mesoamerican culture. And the whole idea was it was a god's playground where they had a whole bunch of different things and like timey-wimey stuff going on. And Zoteka were the natives who had a pantheon of gods that predated the 5 gods. There were 3 that have been mentioned. I don't remember one of them, but it was Dwayna's father and Arachnia, who was, of course, a spider thing. So, Blint, the Under-Arachnia, is a primal tunneling spider representative with umbral disciples and ritual cannibals. Whenever there's any form of, like, corruption from a character, the only way right now to currently express it is, like, with the umbral stuff, so umbral disciples it is. They are strong, tough, and hardy, which is pretty terrifying for the primal culture. He himself is a sinister spy. He likes empires that break treaties. He likes empires with a weaker economy. He dislikes empires with stronger research, and he dislikes empires that trade. His strategy is to be covert. He likes to gain vassals, and likes to explore and to exploit. Blint, welcome to the party. Of course, he is a Mulkin with the ogre form, because he is tall, big, and spooky. And of course, because Utopia never became a thing, there's no, like, image of Arachnia or what it was. There is art like concept art of Zoteka and what could have been. Apparently they were designing like a Chronomancer, which looked so cool. But the problem with Utopia the developers ran into rather early was they wanted to do a lot of crazy stuff, and it started to transform beyond Guild Wars. Like, beyond what the engine could even handle. And that's when they realized that they needed to make a second game. Like, they had to just make the next game to make their ambitions come true. And I think part of those ambitions were the original fractals, which I think are like dungeons. I can't remember. Again, apparently I played a lot of Guild Wars 2. I don't remember it at all. Anyway. Yeah, so that's why Eye of the North, I think, feels weird to me. Because Eye of the North was originally supposed to be something else entirely, and it became the bridge to Guild Wars 2. This is going to be really spooky. I don't think I want to fight this while I'm sieging. Because they'll have their walls, right? Yeah, just come out again. Okay. Crossplace is in. Ooh, empowered strikes for free? Don't mind me. And it will reset the boon. We could get a Watcher. Again, this isn't like a very forgotten thing. Maybe we just take Blizzard. Blizzard is one of the best overworld spells in the game. Although magic isn't really going to be our shtick, it could still be helpful. We need to make sure we keep healing here. Virohan. The Vicious, I love saying your name. I don't really want to execute. We'll grab Vigor. Ooh, yes, a bigger lance. That does, of course, reduce our horde money, but it's fun. Means of Borut the Viper have been collected. Okay. We don't have a crypt yet, but hopefully we will soon. Blint the Underarachnia has crossed me. Blint can't be trusted at all. Okay. My army is trespassing. My scout is moving through your domain. Calm down. So again, we're outnumbered here, but we have 3 heroes and basically 2 full stacked. We should be fine. Previous it was overconfidence, now it's just greed. Oh, can I like... Roadgore! Roadgore! So where do you think the Underarachnia is? Where did we spot him? Or did he spot us? Kinda looks like he spotted us. Okay. Our seal has been lost. A Ruskipato. How does the AI do? Easy as pie. Now see, the benefits to doing that in the siege there would have been that... Get a War Shaman. No. If I did that in the siege, I'd be able to just go straight in now. But I would have had to fight in their walls, and it would have been like a mess. We do get construct siege guns because we are Reavers, which is interesting. Can't say it helps us too much, but there we go. Raiding party. I remembered. Literally last minute. Lissa has captured her first seal. Okay. Like I said, I think it's war with Lissa. I have lost a seal. And it's going to be a little bit of a hassle to get it back. I might take Glint. Glint needs to stay down here to deal with these wonders. I don't think they can really muscle. I think there's going to be basically one hero is going to respawn, and that's going to be it. So I'm going to bring this stack back. Can I not? Oh. There's a brigand here. Well, they'll go back to deal with this. I might just take the hero then. That way he can heal to full. You know, can move it over here too. Blizzard is in. That's a world map spell, one of the best. Frost arrows. Okay, we have what we're really here for from the Tome of Frost, which of course, Grenth is the god of ice and death. I think we want to kind of chill on our gold spending. What do we need for this? 280? Perfect. Antarok. I would love to get this one. Yes, Ranger one. Frostbite can be cast. I probably should have cast this before fighting. We didn't fight yet. It's fine. Empire skills available. I want this, but we're going to need to keep our SPS grant gold. I don't build enough SPS. Eventually, we'll have enough SPS that that's useful, but not right now. I mean, I could just sell the remains here. Hold on. We don't have a tomb. I don't need that yet. Perfect. Balthazar has crossed me. Yeah. War has begun between Melandru and Duena. Oh. So Melandru should... Melandru should slowly begin liking me more. Because she's at war and she's going to need help. Probably. Yeah, my goal is to take over Ratpike forcibly, grab these two wonders with Glint to finish off her ambition. Grab them with Ratpike, and then eventually release Ratpike as a vassal when we get a bigger city. But for now, this'll do. Now, the downside to Metropolitan Society is that if I don't keep Ratpike... Well, we'll see. The Great Dwarf has captured his first seal. It's on, team. We're gaming at the highest level. This is fine. Immortals really allows you to just YOLO auto-resolve. Virohan! What do you want from you, buddy? Maybe Materium Adept? Yeah, sure. Why not? Go Meteor Striking. And we'll grab a Cleaving... We're going to grab a Second Wind here. Great Dwarf has captured his first seal, okay. Did you step off of it? We have captured a seal, yes. I don't want my hero here, though. Because we are just throwing away units. Oh, hey, the Phantasm Warrior's back. So I don't need it. I didn't need you to come. Next turn, Ratpack will be ours. You are on the brink of death. That's okay, I think. You and you come here. Meh. Our support character is back. We are going to have a like high tier support character as part of our like Facet collection. Which, by the way, the Revenant class in Guild Wars 2 apparently uses Facets. I didn't remember that. That's actually kind of cool. Gold per unit killed. That could be good, but I don't want to save my Imperium. Dueno wants a defensive pact. Really? You were talking all that shit like 5 seconds ago. Huh. She is a diplomat, which means if I do peace with her, she's not gonna break it. She does like Lissa, though. And I don't. She's at peace with Grenth. I mean, she's at peace with Doom as well, but she's not... She doesn't like him. She's at war with Melandru. So I'm going to have to choose right here, right now. Which one of these is our friends? And I think it's going to be Melandru. Yep. Okay. Melandru's our friends. I have chosen. Granthus crossed you, I could not care less. I have crossed you. Could not care less. Rivalry between Doom and Dwayna. Rivalry between Melandru and Lissa. Okay, I'm going to have to join in on that fun. Like I said, I think she's our first war target. Declare rivalry. Good. We may not be so different after all, Glints. Really. A Pyre Templar? Huh. Turn is it again? Interesting. This is a Pyre Templar from the Judged, though. Wow. Pyre Bloody Templar. Were there fairies in Guild Wars? Don't think so. There were the spirits, but you have the pretenders. Huh. You know, I might take that. Dwayna might be on our list as well. She is kind of close to us. The conjunction of the Materium Affinity World, Seda, and the Astral Affinity World, Orakel, was foretold. That prophecy is now fulfilled. Magical properties seep into rock and stone, making both more compliant and easier to manipulate. However, the augmented stone cannot discern between chisel and battering ram. Masonry that was built to last now gladly yields to the striking sword. While builders benefit from the malleable stone, defensive structures suddenly easily crumble. Sources have 100% production, and all units have Siege Breaker. Okay. Time for building and breaking comes. Lissa. I think we're going to have words, Lissa. We're going to fabricate a grievance against her. The time for war is coming. But first, so we'll just absorb this. Good, now we have 3 cities. Turn 41, no big deal. Teleportation Mastery is in. Okay, we have Diggy Diggy now. So, Rat Pike, we're going to want to go this way. We're going to want to get this. So we're going to waddle over here. We're going to road gore our way over here. The cave is dark and eerily silent as you approach. A thin layer of silky webbing covers the entrance. You and your party venture further through the maze-like cavern, passing cocoons filled with all sorts of creatures while searching for the secrets hidden beneath the cobwebs. Before long, the webbing gets so thick that it becomes noticeably harder to move. Then you hear something in the darkness. While you struggle to move through the sticky web, you hear the excited chitter of the cave's many-legged inhabitants. They can sense more prey. 50-50 could be okay. But I could also just auto it. See? After the spiders are dealt with, you can search the cave with ease. You find several cocoons, most of them empty or with their contents decayed. Then one of your companions calls you over. This one's still breathing. You quickly free the living victim, and after a moment of respite, she is able to speak. Thank the god here for your arrival. My name is Shadi Darkdrake of Pitchveck. We traveled here to investigate this so-called safe haven, and then... well, she gestures towards the cocoons. I owe you my life, O Crystal Queen, Shadi Darkdrake says. If you need my help in the future, you need only ask. Wow, a free pop for Rat Pike. Okay. I mean, we can return her. No big deal. This gives mana per quarry. Not a bad thing to have in the underground. Alright. We do have a governor. Unfortunately, he is a nautical governor, so... yeah. Missed the tape on this one. There's another landmark here. I think that's the dragon. Yeah, we're gonna have to fight Lissa. We're gonna have to have words. Where's the support needer? Wait, we didn't need a support unit. Well, we have another one. You're hanging out here. That's good. You're going to take over when you heal up a little bit. Frost House is in. It's time for our next tome. Our first Tier 3 tome. So there are a number of things that we could get here at Tier 3. A great many things. I'm thinking mountain breaking is going to be pretty good. The start of a turn, and until the unit moves, the unit has 30% damage and plus 2 resistance. It's for battle mages and supports? I wish it's for archers. There's probably a reason that's not there. But I think we're going to start off with... yeah. The Tome of Cycles. We're going to invoke the power of Melandru, the Facet of Nature of Melandru. The Tome of Cycles.
There is a cycle to all things. The beast feeds upon its prey, gaining strength. The corpse rots, nourishing the land. Life gives way to death, which in turn gives way to more life. Master this ebb and flow, and you will find you can manipulate both its gifts, as well as the toll it demands.
So the Church of the Cycle is definitely something we want. But we're going to grab the Projectiles of Decay, because it affects skirmishers, it affects range units, it's just good. We have another Trank pool added to the pool to give more knowledge for more research. And now, at Tier 3, we can get our Tier 3 units. One of which is the Dragoon. This is the Skirmisher, our Tier 3 Skirmishing unit. It's a wild unit. I think that's all I can really say about it. And the Mage Lock Cannon, which is a cannon. I don't know how good the cannon is. We'll grab the Dragoon. But it's a cannon. We should have loads of production right now because of the events. So, you know. What is this expansion pattern, by the way? What is wrong with you? You have no farms. Oh, okay. That's fine. We regard the Arcane more as well, giving us infusion related to a physical damage, physical defense knockback, and we can hurry for cheaper. That's fine. And an Astral Dew. Glint is level 10 and can now get Unyielding. She'll cleanse herself of 1 negative debuff at the start of the turn, which is fantastic. She is also Renowned level 4, so the capital city will generate 10% more gold, which is fantastic. She also units never die when retreating, but we don't retreat. We have Immortality. Lissa has crossed you. Hey, she crossed me too. That's great. Reaver was declared from Blint the Under Arachnia. Ah, here's the Spider's Heart. Okay. War between Blint and Duena. Unsurprising. Duena has crossed you, huh? Melandru has crossed you, huh? Well, I have some bad news for you. I've allied with Melandru, so... And Melandru me to destroy this. Sure. Do that. I'm right here. I am pleased to see that you have seen the true colors of my rival Lissa, as she deserves nothing more. I think I mentioned last time when we met Lissa. I consider twin goddess of beauty Lissa to be my friend. It disappoints me that she would make an enemy of her. Become the racekeeper of the brutal dwarfkin. Nice. Lissa is the one that I believe we know the least about as far as the gods are concerned. Baroness Melania Shamball of the Free Dimtua greets you with a nefarious sneer. You're also judged. Okay, so this, I don't need to cast this again. This is here because of, these two are here because of the dwarves, which we are now the keeper of. I mean, I could cast them again, but that's if we want to start using them as units, which we, you know, we, I'm really going to need some frontline, though. I didn't think about that. But we have the Druid of the Cycle coming in. I have a unit planned for, like, my, you know, final tier of unit. I doubt it's lore appropriate, but that's okay. Oh, you have a cool area. Not even that far away, either. Goodbye. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Wait, this just gives you the abilities for the Scald? It's a neat trick. I could expand on this to make sure we get one turn replenishment, but whatever. It's a forester. Well, let's build some walls first. Let's make sure we're not totally screwed. Okay, Lissa's leaving. That's good. Suppose we could expand again and that boost that. We're at what? Could use a quarry. There's some stuff going on over here. And I want to expand this way to get another trank pool. Another one! We might as well go here? Sure. We can bring this to tier 3. This is our recruiting city, remember? So, kind of a good thing to have at tier 3. Kind of a good thing to have at tier 3. You, unfortunately, can't build anything because I have no money. Man, you know what? It's probably worth it. We can build some really complicated things right now. Things that would otherwise take a hot moment. Like this mint. Oh, what are you guys doing? Could go over here, I suppose. It might be returning here. I sense a tingling in my spine. Sense a tingle. That the seal is going to be attacked again. Okay, you can go diggy diggy this one. And no one else can diggy diggy. Okay. Frosty arrows are in. This will give us frost damage at the cost of some physical damage, but we also have a chance to slow, which of course means no retaliation, less retaliation. A defensive pact between Grenth and Dwayna? You're angering me, Glint. I'm warning you. If you keep going like this, I will see an end to your reign right here. I would like to get something out of you. Okay. Guild Mistress Asa Nickelneck of the Free City Bronze Gate addresses you with professional formality. Oh. Okay, we have some rats. A peculiar thing to see in our world. Wouldn't mind giving you a stone. Could also just intimidate you. Alright, we share vision. That could be complicated. If I can get enough war spoils, I can intimidate them into vassalage, which could be hilarious. That could be really funny. But, we're gonna have to fight. Like, for realsies. Is that knowledge? Could be. Could be knowledge. Hmm. Can I repair? Okay, we just have one thing to repair. Bunk. Let them go. I cannot, for this pointless conflict with the hunter spider. Whatever. We're just diggying for now. While we clear all this out. I'm surprised the seal hasn't been attacked right now. I expected it to be attacked again. I need to clear all this stuff out too. So I think we're just hanging out for a second. We're just vibing. While we wait for the seal attack, and then we'll move out. Hey, look! I see something I haven't expected to get later. I mean, this is free, so I should probably build something that I need right now. Like a tavern. Don't get stone walls going. Alright. How many grievances did you give me? Join us in our war glint. Together we shall crush the pathetic Dwena's charge. Melandra is calling for your aid in her war against Dwena. Accepting her call gives you 43 grievances against Dwena directly. Declining will give Melandra 14 against you. You share a defensive pact with Melandra, but they are not fighting a defensive war, so the pact will not be broken and there are no additional penalties. But it is major justification, which means plus 20 Imperium, and I can go get that legendary building. Very well, Glint, she says through gritted teeth. If it is a war you want, it is a war you will get. War between Grinth and Blint. That's an amusing one. The Great Dwarf has crossed you. Okay. Doom has crossed you. Okay. A diplomatic approach will assure victory. Will it? So you propose an alliance in 7 turns. Dwena complimented me before I declared war on her. I am now very good. Welcome to the war, Glint. Dwena stands no chance against us both. Yeah. Defensive pact broken between Grinth and Dwena. Oh! Dwena called him, but he didn't take it? That hurts. Magistrate Ontilia, son-born of recently Saint Spire, bows deeply to you, clearly aware of your reputation within the realm. Okay. Oh, I did say that I would do some stuff with, before I had the turn, which is growing increasingly difficult. No, we're going to grab this and give it to Saint Spire. And I said that I would incorporate these guys a little bit. And again, it was confirmed to me that these are mana units. I don't think I need the Lytheran core. So we'll just take a Needler. Oh, this is not... Oh. I see. You learn how to make them. Got it. Do you summon them? No. A Whispering Stone returns. Ah. So I just got the other one for no reason. Okay. There you go. This is a tier 4 city, by the way. I'm going to try and intimidate these guys, the Bronze Gates. See if we can force them into submission. Go attack Dwena. Negotiation succeeded with Saint Spire. Yes. Cool. Great. Indeedly do. I'm glad Grinth chose to break the treaty. That's the problem with relying on isolationists. They tend to not care about treaties. So, I guess I'll let that be a lesson. The Eternal Sages contact you from within their crystalline library. Okay, give me a quest. We have an interest in studying and preserving the various creatures that populate the realm. One of these creatures missing from our collection is an overseer. Oh. I am baffled and bemused that the seal hasn't been attacked yet. Like, it's mind-boggling, really. It is said only fools would disturb the eternal bedchambers of Queen Sile the Blessed. This, however, does not stop you. In the center of the tomb, you'll find a large altar with several preserved corpses draped around a decorated queen, looking like sleeping lovers even after centuries of being buried. Suddenly, the decorated corpse stirs and opens her eyes, her undead lovers following her suit. Raspy voices echo through the tomb as they arise and beckon you. "Welcome, intruders," Sile the Blessed grins. "Have you come to reignite the flames of our passion with your essence? A risky battle?" I can do better. This, of course, is the special event, mission, where if you kill this lady, it's all over. This one. Which seems like it would be pretty straightforward for a dragon lord with a skirmisher hero following her around. Also very conveniently monks and mage locks and all sorts of goodies. This should be no big deal. We want to be like slightly... Okay, we were in perfect position. Cool. Because I think we're in perfect position. Okay. Let's see what happens. Okay. Really? I wanted to hit both of them. What if I... Not here. That's very spicy. But again, my goal is to kill the lady. Ah. They're in the way. Can you remove one of these? I believe they have been removed. Nice. Still doesn't help me though, actually. That is peculiar. Amazed I don't have a shot here. On either of them, honestly. Okay. This should be fine. That was a choice. Maybe I couldn't do better. I mean, with Draconic Rage in play, it should be like a one-tap. Close? Kaboom? There we go. Does Immortals change this? But she didn't die, I guess. Huh. Well, if I knew it was going to be that way, I wouldn't have been so aggressive. Huh. Can act. Oh. That is amusing. You learn something new every day. Inkland is going down. That's just like literally every other battle where you have to take down the real units. What is with... What? We're in an awful pickle, I think. Wow. This sucks. Interesting. I didn't know Immortals would trigger this way. I'm going to do so much worse than the AI because of that. Oh. That is really fascinating. I didn't know that would work that way. I mean, you learn something every day, you know? I get over here and heal Glint. We're fine. Now, of course, I could, you know, just restart this. Feels a little disingenuous, you know? I learned the hard way. Although, if Glint went down, I absolutely would have. So, with Immortals is not in play, all you have to do is attack the Lich Queen. If you kill her, it's over. That's it. But apparently, Immortals somehow changes that. So now it's a regular fight, and you have to kill all the units that aren't summoned from the sarcophagi. You're blinded, so you have no retaliation. Get owned. Huh. Okay. Alrighty. Arachna's Construct Destroyer. Interesting. You have defeated the undead queen and her lovers. The queen rises once more and claps her hands, impressed. Her raspy voice once again echoes through the lost queen's crypt. You have impressed me, Crystal Queen Glint. Not many are able to do so. You have ignited passions within me I had long forgotten. For that, I wish to thank you. The Lich Queen bows. I am yours, all Crystal Queen, as is my wealth. I no longer have need of it. Maybe you could take the Skirmisher just to have to add to the Horde. I think I just might take the Knowledge. It's not a lot of knowledge, but knowledge is knowledge. You can just wait here. Druid Justice Decay is in. Let's get to the Druid. Ooh. Never friendly unit dies. Druid Cycle. Mint is in. Let's build the Academy. I don't know what support spells I'm going to be casting a lot. We might, you know what? It might be Apex time. Do I dare? The sooner we build this, the longer we have for the Imperium to take down. The problem is, though, is because I'm building it, I can't afford anything else. Oh, well. Oops. Yeah, that might have been a mistake, but probably worth it. Empowered Strike is something we picked up quite some time ago, but I finally cast it, where our melee attacks now do +1 damage and have a chance to stun if on combo. The Great Dwarf is ready to discuss a treaty. Okay. The Great Dwarf wants a treaty. Wow, how isolated are you, bro? Oh, buddy. Thanks. This is really convenient, actually. And he has a Silver Tongue Fruit? I mean, hold on. I don't suppose any of you have the Rainbow Clover. Probably not. And by any of you, I mean anyone who will talk to me. You were at 800, huh? He is literally max relation, and he's still charging me for the honor of having a wizard bond with him. The first stage of diplomacy. Alright, well, now that we have money, we can begin building some buildings, which is pretty cool. What does this do again? It's near ice provinces, right? Okay. I mean, you are big ol' mad, so... Probably granary first. Okay. Not a bad turn all in all. Projectiles of Decay add blight damage and give a chance to inflict decaying onto support, battle mage, ranged, and skirmisher units. It's one of the few enchantments that affect... Ooh. One of the few enchantments that affects all of the ranged. So I'm now in 3rd place on this seals crap. I'm now in 4th place on this seals crap. So we're going to have to do something about that. Son of a bitch. I knew it. The moment I walked away. The Overseer is successfully encapsulated within the large litherite crystal. The haunted graveyard is dismantled. The Eternal Sage have already noticed your success and commune with you from afar. Here you go. Things I do for Ratpike. We're going to clear all this crap out. It's going to be misclicked. If that would change its level of disgust, I assure you. Go here to heal. Okay. I have lost a seal. I am incredibly irritated about it. We're heading back. We got a wind barrier ring. You can have that, I think. Yeah. Be real hard to hit. Miraculum has the granary. What else do we want to build while we have the boost? Probably knowledge. So the way this should work, at least I hope it works, is here's my dragoon, by the way. It has some... Look how fast it is. My goodness. Here's the dragoon. Isn't he beautiful? Don't worry. There's a reason I chose Reaver with the path we're going. It'll all make sense in time. Range of 2 more damage. But basically he's a skirmisher. There is something really funny we can do. I'm not sure if we'll end up doing it, but we'll see. Blint has withdrawn. Looks like he got bonked by the seal. I've received a trade proposal from Grenth. Oh, hey. Sure. Beast Ranker leaves next turn. That's great. Go away. Melandra has crossed you. That sucks for you, bud. Because Melandra and I... kind of tight. You're close to the Pact of Vassalage. Villain home is into war party. Were you... What happened here? Okay, yeah. Bounty, I don't care. We may not be so different after all. Are you sure? You positive? We're now in an eternal pact with these guys, or whatever this is, Crystal Pact. So I can get the Litherite Prism. This is another, or the next relic, which, we get a whole bunch of stats depending on our tome types. And because we're a rainbow, we should benefit tremendous, like, sickeningly from this. An artifact, excuse me. And we get the next tier of Litherine, which are... We have a stabby character. Do we want the stabby? Yeah, sure. The other one is a battle mage. I don't think I want the battle mage. It's really expensive. So, let's not spend all of our mana, okay? Let's not get crazy about this. I'm going to put this in the bargain. I don't know when I'm going to need it. I might never need it. But, yeah. I don't really think I need any of this either. But I need to start moving towards Dwayna. This is a problem, but I'm hoping she just declares on me herself, because look at our Imperium income. It is a thing of beauty. There's Lissa herself. She's on the move. Conceal is the name of the game. I only have one seal, like, near me, unfortunately. There is a reality... I'm not saying it's a likely reality, but there's a reality where we get a teleporter pact with Melandru. We come over here, we spy on her seal, and when her seal gets taken, because she's only leaving 2 units on it, we take that. That's a possibility. The Beast Wrangler has resided in your domain, has led his full menagerie before you to announce his departure. Despite the oral explosion of growls, neighs, and bellows, the voice of the Wrangler Ogre still sounds most clear. I go now, but I wanted to thank you for allowing my presence. The Wrangler Ogre gestures to his creatures. We not always welcome everywhere. He clicks his tongue and the beasts walk away in a line like a procession. 2 nightmares pull the cart of the Wrangler Ogre. I follow where my animals lead me, not all the way around. Perhaps they lead me back here someday. Sure, yeah, whatever. This should be an easy battle to reclaim our seal, which again was annoyingly taken from us. I don't want to have him on it, but he's on it for now. Okay, seal recaptured. We're in 4th place, so we're like quite literally middle of the pack. Rat Pike has been secured. Kind of want to get this, but it might be too slow. Cast in a friendly city. All battles take place in the city to maintain the cycle of seasons. Yeah, I don't care about that. Might take the Tower of True Sight. That could be fun, though. Okay. I used the Tower of True Sight in the last battle to find one of the faction leaders who was globally invisible. It's kind of a wild turnaround there. Here, make a Lithrine Shard Lancer. What are we at? We're at 30. This is probably where I'm gonna be attacked if Lissa does choose to attack me. We've acquired the Fire Force Stone. We can get a hero. Shandi Darkdrake is one of the judged. We could get one of the judged, but I kind of want to only have Forgotten. An Arcane Governor would be pretty good on this map, which is drowned in magic. Focus Studies. That could be good. Is it 300 Imperium good? No. No, it's not. Okay. Melandru has crossed you. Did I ally with the one person who's crossed with everybody? Defensive back between Dwayna and Lissa? We're gonna have to deal with this war quickly. Balthazar has crossed you. Yeah, that makes sense. My army is trespassing. It'll be fun. I'll get over it. I believe this is 600, right? We might save for a recruit here. Getting Kasessican would be amusing. We could also get Shalasa. 2 dragons. Next turn we can intimidate, although I don't have the war spoils. What did you do? Why are you like this? Kind of wanted to blow up some of the mountains here, but... Okay, Duena. So Duena, the seal belongs to Lissa. She is very heavily enforcing it. Duena is definitely closer to Melandru than she is to me. Oh, she has a seal right here. Okay. I'm going to be quite vulnerable heading out like this. So Doom is in first place with 25, and he wins in 68 turns. Melandru is in second with 18, winning in 71 turns. Duena is in third with 18, winning in 142 turns, and I'm in fourth with 15 and winning in 145 turns. So this means that Duena and I and Balthazar and Lissa and the Great Dwarf all have one seal. And Melandru and Doom have 2. Okay. That's what that means. There are quite a few areas. Okay, so there's a seal here. Is this Prichvek? Okay. So, we do have a play for this one. I could absorb Pitchvek, plant a teleporter here, and then release them. Oh, there are 2 seals here. Okay, Pitchvek has become very important to our well-being, actually. I think this is going to be part of the plan. I'm not going to incorporate them yet, or excuse me, integrate them, but that is definitely a winning strategy for us. Okay, we're moving and grooving. What do we need in our capital city? Gold. Gold, gold, swimming in gold. Time to make it twink, it'll never get old. Which of these is very difficult to make? For a guild, a merchant's guild wouldn't be bad. We are a dragon lord, so we get a bunch of gold boosts. And if I start making it now, life is pretty swell. With all this boosted production. How are you doing? Okay. You also want the Tower of True Sight, just in case Lissa gets a little spicy. Okay. I think, team, we're going to do... I think that's our plan here. So we're going to grab the teleporter infrastructure, and I think we're backdooring. I think that's ultimately our goal. So to integrate them takes 360, so we are 4 turns out from this. Is it fine to sit around for 4 turns? Probably not. And that's assuming the integration doesn't take literal ages. I don't remember the last time I integrated. Also, Melandru doesn't have a, Oh. This would be a great place for our nautical governor, actually. If we head over here... Do I leave an actual army here? That's a question. Or no? Might be time. Parting gifts. No, I don't like parting gifts. Diffuse health isn't bad. We're going to take Scry Enemy, though. We can use this to kind of spy on movements. Although it might not be really necessary because of the game difficulty. Or, you know, the seal setting. Grenth has withdrawn. The Great Dwarf has denounced Melandro. War has begun between the Great Dwarf and Doom. Negotiations has begun with Duskwatch. Okay. The city could also be really important. It's really squished, but this could be a backdoor into... a few people. To Balthazar. Grin thinks we may not be so different after all. Why? Because we're both losing? Well, this looks cool. There's no faded region on this map. I turned off the Legend of Meridia, whatever it's called. But there are still hand-carved areas. I believe you can turn these off, and it turns off landmarks as well with the Untouched Realm, I think it's called. If you didn't want any of the special stuff from Giant Kings. But I think having the hand-carved realms is really iconic. Not just to the game, but like very Guild Warsy too. To the mists and how they've been shaped and whatnot. You are approached by your hero, Vidorin the Vicious. His expression betrays dejection and vexation. What? Why? No. Stay as an elitist, bro. Have you not been fighting with your queen? Your crystal queen? This would actually be a great city. Am I about to do another violent takeover? I don't think Dwayna has enough time to focus on my little vassal here. We should just focus on the seals. Do I have them mixed up? I do. You're hanging out over here. You need to be over here. We can shit out a scout. You don't have a single gold node. What is wrong with you? I can't go take on that city without... I mean, I don't want to take out the city. I want to take over the city. So here's a Lithuanian Shard Lancer. It is a spear boy. Not awful damage. Chance to apply the volatile charge, which is like their whole shtick. They have a 2-hex line stabby. Crystal Reflection, which is basically just like the what's it called? The mirror? Yeah. I wouldn't say these are crazy units, but they're kind of cool units. This thing needs to heal. Do I think I can hold this seal with non-heroes? Maybe. Just like a legion of little shites to hold it out. We'll see. You know what I should do? Anything that needs to be healed just needs to sit here. They can reinforce. Scry Enemy is in, and it's time for our next Tier 3 tome, which is going to be none other than Amplification.
One of the more fascinating aspects of the arcane is that it can be turned back on itself, augmenting and amplifying its own essence. Any wizard can cast a spell, but a true master seeks to perfect it and elevate themselves and their magic beyond what mere practitioners think possible.
So the Tome of Invocation really, it can be a spellcaster tome. It has a lot of benefits for spellcasters like Astral Blood, which is a minor trait transformation we're going to be picking up to give us a fortune whenever we cast a spell. But, you know, it also has like Chain Lightning, which can be an okay combat spell. The Amplification Pylon, which we can plop down to increase our spell damage. You know, we kind of combo these together to do damage. That might be something we can abuse later, but we're really here for its enchantments. Amplified Arrows, which was so strong it had to be nerfed. It was a very, very good, great even, enchantment. We'll get our hero soon, don't worry. Blint has returned to the Spider's Heart. That's fine. There's another call to war. We are under attack, Glint. We hope that you will honor your oath and come to our aid. It's against Lissa, which we knew was inevitable. Lissa also told us that she was never going to war with us, so we accept. Very well, Glint, she says through gritted teeth. It is a war you want. It is a war you will get. We are at war with 2 of the 3 ladies of the Pantheon. I mean, the Labyrinth of Illusion is way easier for me to get to than the Haven of Hope. Balking this appeal, and I don't think Dwayna will really come help her. I think she's kind of going to be on her own. Balthazar's declared rival with the Great Dwarf. That's not that surprising. You know that Dwayna has crossed me. She is not to be trusted. Oh. Rival was declared on me by Doom. We would all be better off without rulers like you. How am I strength rank 2? What? Expansion diplomacy. Expansion magic. Somehow I'm 3 on economy. I feel like my economy has been kind of weak, but okay, sure. War between Melandru and Lissa, which I, of course, jumped in on. Rivalry between Melandru and Balthazar. We have bonded vassalage with Saint Spire. This all worked out well, didn't it? And I have, of course, accepted the call to war. Lissa stands no chance against us both. Fun fact, I really liked Dwayna when I first started Guild Wars, when I was really... I don't even know how old I was. 12? I can math it out, right? Yeah, I was 12. And I really liked Dwayna, but by the time that Eye of the North rolled around, I was like coming to the end of playing Guild Wars, I really liked Melandru. Melandru was like my favorite. Who, by the way, with how far ahead she is in the seal victory thing, we might have to turn our back on her. We'll see. Because I can win with an ally, but I have to be the one triggering the seal's victory. I won't accept a victory where Melandru wins and, I was just dragged along. That is against the rules. But those rules will have to be enforced next time. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you to the patrons and the Channel Support channel. I greatly appreciate you. If you like my channel, feel free to join the description down below. And I will see you next time as we go to war against the fair maidens of the 5 gods.